to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off, but haters get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what they mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big...
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
2nd and 2. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check 4, check 4.
Hey, I want alert.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line. 180.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield going for the deep ball. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Lindsey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space?
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
Second and 14. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Get the ball. Mike 5.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got 2.
Now Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
The 37-yard line.
Here we go. AC Data. You think you won't get this?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey. You got 3. Three down.
This is Logan, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check, watch 54.
He'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Evans. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
54, Mike. Check. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I got one.
Second and 6. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Going up top for Kupp. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Mayfield down. He's going to sling this deep down, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2nd and 5. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Here we go. He fought the flag. Mike's 54. Watch the back. Off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
2nd and 9 now. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from early. And he's going to go down again. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. That's it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got Jack Doyle. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, man.
Now back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half. See
how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run here with Lindsey, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 31.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 22, Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run again with Logan. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way.
This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll go again with Lindsey. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to run it with their receiver, Evans. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. And good hustle here, as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And got his man complete. 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyler Lockett, 91 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will shave one more off this lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked Picked off at the 33. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On second and a yard, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 7 yards there and a first down. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7-7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. On first down, Logan. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it's going to be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll look to throw here. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 57. Mike, 57.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another run by Lindsey. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Broncos, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.